Today, I am just again today is the topic of the lecture is the same one, the second part of the cranial nerve. So we already finished everything. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in this. So any part you didn't understood. So that I can revise for you and it will be easy for you to understand everything. Okay. So this is one point. Otherwise, I will start with a fresh topic. In that also, it has a two parts. So here I will finish the first part of the fresh lecture. And also, if you have any doubts in this lecture also, so we can discuss like that. Okay. You just find any difficulty points which anyone not understood the thing regarding the origin of carotid artery and from where the left carotid artery starts, the right carotid artery starts. Do we have to take the practical in the common? Okay. See, practical we have to take in the lab only because if you see the specimen, then only you can understand regarding the practical. Okay. So hence that is why it is left to you. No, whatever it is, all the practicals will be in the lab only. About today's practical, it is left to you. So what you want to do. What 2 days? Tired. So all are tired. Still, we didn't finish the practical exams of anatomy only. No one are talking about the practical when you are decided for the anatomy practical exam. Okay, that I can understand. 90 kilometers. Okay. Okay, if you want, you can come. Otherwise, we will take in the next week. That is, it is left to you. What you all decided. So shall I start the? Okay, that is not the problem. Okay, that we will do. No, practical will not be online because there is no proper. We can't prepare right now and take the practical online. So either we'll take the practical in the next week if it is like that. That is the only option. Okay, next week we'll take. So regarding, so shall I start the uh, another lecture? Okay, the next lecture is about the nose, nasal cavity, and paranasal air sinuses. So I will take only the small part of this because we will go a little bit slow here. So because you have to understand each and every point here, almost every point is important. Okay, next. So here, so as we all know about the nose and its parts, all those things. So here what is the nose? The nose, it is the external respiratory organ. So it is one of the part of the respiratory system where it is present outside the body. See, for hearing, so everything is clear on my side. So check your internet, or after the lecture you can download the lecture and you can hear. So here everything is clear here. Okay, okay, okay. And here, so it has the root, the tip of the nose, and it has a nostrils, and it has a septum, and it has a wing or alar. So alar, all these are the parts of the nose. So what are the nostrils? So these nostrils, so these are the small openings present in the nose, and then which are guarded or covered by the ala. So that is the ala or a wing on the laterally, on the lateral side. On the medial side, it is the nasal septum. On this is the nasal septum inside. In between the two nostrils, the center part is the nasal septum. Okay. Next. So what it is? The nose is made up of two type of structures. The nose is made up of the bony and cartilaginous framework. So it contains the bone and cartilage. So what are the bones are involved? The bones are the nasal bone, the frontal process of maxillary bone. So here this part is the frontal process, the bone which is extending from the maxilla. So that is the part, and nasal part of frontal bone, and the bone which is coming from the frontal bone. So these are the meanings. Okay. So which are the bones here? One is the nasal bone proper, and then the frontal process of maxilla and nasal part of frontal bone. So these are the bones. And then there are many cartilages. So like the lower part of the nose, the tip of the nose, all these is made up of cartilage. So here the mainly it includes the upper and lower nasal cartilages, and in the center it is the septal. In the center it is the septal cartilage. So these are the two. So here the center one, the septal cartilage and the nasal cartilages. Okay. Yes. Next, the nasal cavity. So you all know about the cavities. So what are the cavities are present? The cranial cavity, oral cavity, and the nasal cavity, and also we have the orbital cavities like that. So just behind the nose, so there is a space or the space that is called the nasal cavity. It extends from the external nares. External nares. That is from the, it starts from the outer opening from here and inside. So all this is called the nasal cavity. And posteriorly, so or posterior nares. So posterior nares or concave. So these are the concaves. They are the cartilage, bony and cartilaginous parts. They extended the bony and cartilaginous part. They are shelf-like structure. The steps like 1, 2, 3. They are called concave. And the nasal cavity is divided into two parts. So there are two. So when you cut the head in the midline, so it will make into two parts, the right part and the left part. Okay. The nasal cavity is made up of, this is the floor and this is the roof, and here we have a medial and lateral wall. Okay. Next. So what is the structures forming the roof? So what are the structures involved in the roof? Roof is mainly a bony structure and it is formed by the bones. So what are the bones involved here? Anteriorly, so here in the front, the nasal bone and nasal process of frontal bone. So which are the bones? So one is the nasal bone and the part of the nasal bone coming from the frontal bone. So that is the meaning here. And posteriorly, behind. So behind what bone? So that is the sphenoid bone. And then in between this, in the middle, it has a ethmoid bone. So which part of the ethmoid bone? That is the cribriform plate. Cribriform plate of ethmoid bone. Okay. Next, same as the floor. So next, floor. Floor is, what is this floor? Floor is separated from the oral cavity below the nose. So what you have? We have a oral cavity. It is separated by this bony structure. And it is formed by hard palate. Okay. The one thing is the hard palate. So what it includes? It includes the palatine process of maxilla in the front and the horizontal plate of palatine bone. So it means it is mainly made up of palatine bone, which forms the hard palate. Okay. Next, the medial wall. So medial wall is the osteocartilaginous. So it is a osteocartilaginous. Osteocartilaginous means it has a bony part and also the cartilaginous part. It separates the nasal cavity. So in between the two nostrils, you have the connection. Okay, that connecting part is called the nasal septum or a medial wall of the nasal cavity. And what it is? Osteocartilaginous, and then it is formed. So what are the structures involved here? So one is superiorly above. So superiorly what you have? The palatine, the plate of ethmoid bone. So which plate? The perpendicular plate of ethmoid bone. Okay. Here this is the ethmoid bone here. And then behind, posteriorly, what you have? You have the vomer bone. And anteriorly, this is the, so these two are cartilage. So vomer bone, and this is the, so these two are the bones. And in the front, you have a cartilage. What is that cartilage? That is the septal cartilage. So it's clear here. Okay. So when you go to, so where is the lateral wall then? So here in the previous slide, what I showed, so this is the lateral wall. This whole thing is the lateral wall. So what you have to do? You have to make a cut. So when you cut this area, so when you cut like this during dissection, so you have to cut like this, and then the flap will, after cutting, what you see? You see like this, the diagram below. You see like this. So this part is the lateral wall. The covering on this is the medial wall, and once you remove this covering, what you are seeing inside, this is the lateral wall of the nasal cavity. So what it shows? So it shows the three horizontal bony projections. So what are these? So these are bony projections covered by mucous membrane. 1, 2, and 3. So these are the bony projections covered by mucous membrane. What they are called? So these projections, they are called concave. So they are called concave turbinates. Okay. So generally they are called concave. How many number? Their names are superior, middle, and inferior concave. What they are? Superior, middle, and inferior. Then now the superior and inferior, the superior and inferior, they are, these two are coming from one bone. So which bone? So they are the part of ethmoid bone. So these projections, they are coming from ethmoid bone, whereas the inferior, it is the one of the largest concave, and it is a separate bone. Inferior bone, inferior concave, it is one of the separate bone. So it is not a part of any bone. So it is like the superior and the middle, they are coming from the ethmoid bone. So whereas this inferior concave, it is the separate bone. Next. So there are many structures present inside these concaves. That's why I told in the beginning. So all these parts are very, very important. Okay. Next, we'll go one by one. So above the superior concave, so there is a small space. So that space is called sphenoethmoidal recess. Okay. There is a small space that is called sphenoethmoidal recess. What is this sphenoethmoidal recess? Ethmoid. So here you have the opening of ethmoidal sinus. Okay. Next, the cavity below each concha is called meatus. So now you tell what is meatus. The cavity below. So here this is one concha. Second, superior, middle, and inferior. So below the superior concha is superior meatus. Below the middle concha is middle meatus. Below the inferior concha, inferior meatus. Okay. Next. Next on the lateral wall. So as I told, so it contains the bony framework. So what are the bones involved in this lateral wall? They are the maxillary bone, lacrimal and ethmoid bone. Another one is the palatine bone. So which part of the palatine bone? Perpendicular plate of palatine bone, and then medial plate of sphenoid bone, and then as I already told, the inferior concha is one of the separate bone. So these are the bones, they form the lateral wall of the nose. Okay. Next. So this is clear here. What is concha and what is meatus? Okay. Then, so where is sphenoethmoidal recess? Sphenoethmoidal recess. It is above the superior concha. Okay. Next. So where is the superior meatus? Superior meatus is below the superior concha. Next. So these two are clear now. So what is there? In the superior part, superior concha, below the superior concha, superior meatus. And sphenoethmoidal recess, where it is present? It is present above the superior concha. Okay. Next, we'll study about the middle meatus because many structures are present inside this middle meatus. Number one. So what is this? So there is a one depression. So it is called bulla ethmoides. What is this bulla ethmoides? This is also the part or elevation coming from the ethmoidal bone. So what it contains? So there is an opening inside. Below this, there is an opening for ethmoidal sinus. Okay. Next, there is another part. So another one more structure it has. It is called hiatus semilunaris. Okay. So one is bulla ethmoides and another one hiatus semilunaris. So this hiatus semilunaris, it contains, where it is present? It is present below the bulla ethmoides. This hiatus semilunaris, it contains the three openings. So what are those? They are frontal, maxillary, and ethmoidal sinus. Opening for the frontal, maxillary, and ethmoidal sinuses. Okay. So what is the opening present in the inferior meatus here? Inferior meatus has the only one opening. It is called nasolacrimal duct. The nasolacrimal duct opens in inferior meatus. Okay. See here. So just see this picture. You can remember all the concave and meatus. Concave, meatus. Concave, meatus. Okay. Next. So what are these concaves? So these concaves, they increases the surface area, because when we inspiration and expiration takes place, it needs a lot of space to filter the air what we taking inside. So it has to be filtered. So all these things you will study in physiological. So these are physiological part. I am not going to explain the more about the respiration part, how it filters and all those things. Okay. The recesses of meatus receives the openings. So all the meatus, so it means the space below the concaves. Okay. They have the openings of paranasal sinuses and nasolacrimal duct. Okay. What are the paranasal air sinuses now? So that will, so it has a separate lecture now, then you will remember. Now again in the lateral wall. So now from the beginning only I am telling, so where the sphenoethmoidal recess is present. So it is present where? Above the superior concave. So what it receives? It receives the opening for sphenoidal sinus. Now you remember, so there is a opening for sphenoidal sinus. So what is this sphenoidal sinus? So these are the paranasal air sinuses. Okay. Superior meatus. And then it also has one more opening, that is the ethmoidal sinus. So what are the openings around the superior concave and meatus? One is the sphenoidal sinus and ethmoidal sinus. Next, in the inferior meatus. In the inferior meatus, there is an opening for nasolacrimal duct. So what is the opening in the inferior meatus? It is the nasolacrimal duct opens in the inferior meatus. This opening is guarded by the fold. So what is the name of the fold? That is the lacrimal fold. It is covered by mucous membrane. Next, so this is about the middle meatus. So this I already told in the previous slide. Once again I repeat. So what is there in the middle meatus? You have the ethmoidal bullae is caused by the bulging of underlying the middle ethmoid sinus. So what is this? So this bulla means it is a swelling or a bulge. It is formed by ethmoid sinus. Okay. Next, so there is below this, there is a hiatus semilunaris. So what it receives? This hiatus, it has opening of maxillary sinus and opening of frontal and ethmoidal sinuses. So these are the openings in the middle meatus. Okay. Now you see this diagram carefully. So if you revise this diagram, everything will become clear for you. So first what is the thing? What we have? We have three concaves. So what are the three concaves? Superior, middle, and inferior. Okay. Now, in the superior, above the superior concave, you have sphenoethmoidal recess. And in the superior meatus, you have opening for ethmoidal sinus. Okay. Next, in the middle meatus, there is opening for ethmoidal sinus. So what is why it is? This structure is called ethmoidal bullae. And then here you see here a small J-like structure. So it has three openings. So what are the openings? They are frontal from above downwards. Frontal sinus, ethmoidal sinus, and then behind it is the maxillary sinus. In the inferior meatus, it has the opening of nasolacrimal duct. Just revise this diagram so it will be very easy and helpful for you. Next, what is the nerve supply of nasal cavity? The nasal cavity, it has sensory and visceral nerve supply. It has olfactory mucosa. Olfactory. Olfactory means what? What is the meaning of olfactory? Olfaction. What is the meaning? Anyone? Very good. So olfaction. So olfaction means the smell. So the olfactory mucosa, where it is present? At this area, the upper part. So this part is supplied by olfactory nerve. And the general sensation, the sensory nerves of the nasal cavity, they are ophthalmic and maxillary nerves. So which part of the ophthalmic and maxillary nerves? So they are, so always the nasal cavity is divided into parts. This is the anterior and posterior part. The anterior part is supplied by anterior ethmoidal nerve, which is the branch from ophthalmic nerve, and the posterior part, this part is supplied by nasopalatine or and palatine branches. Nasopalatine and palatine branches. So from which nerve? So they are coming from the maxillary nerve. Okay, you just leave this slide. Next, about the blood supply. For the blood supply, the nasal cavity is divided into four quadrants: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like that, the one is anterior. Just remember the name of the blood vessels. Sphenopalatine artery, it's a branch from maxillary, alar and septal. So what is alar and septal? So alar means alar cartilage and septal means septal cartilage. So these two are supplied by superior labial artery, which is the branch from facial artery. Okay. And anterior and posterior ethmoidal artery. Here is the anterior and the posterior part. So this is, here you have a posterior branch. So these are the branches from ophthalmic artery. Okay. Next, the venous drainage. All the veins of the nasal cavity, they drain into the facial, ophthalmic and sphenopalatine veins. Whereas the lymphatic drainage, the vestibule, so vestibule means the front portion of the nasal cavity, they drain into submandibular lymph nodes, and the other parts, the rest of the nasal cavity, they are drained by deep cervical lymph nodes. So you all know the basic functions of the nose and nasal cavities. They produces the nasal cavity. They helps in vocal sounds and then humidifying the air, and resonance of the voice involves in the speech sensation. So these are all the few functions. And what are the clinical aspects? So what happens? So what are the damages happens in the nose? So one is the common one, there is an infection, that is common, or if there is any trauma, so any injury or any hit to your nose, and then this is how they will examine the nose. And then there may be a foreign bodies like this. So these are the places where the foreign bodies can come and rest. And then what is epistaxis? So epistaxis means the bleeding from the nose. And then deviated nasal septum. It is one of the commonest, 60 to 70% of the people, they have the deviation. So deviation means the nasal septum is either, it is not in the center. So sometimes it deviates to right side or left side. So these are the some clinical conditions. Okay. Next, the paranasal air sinus will take in the next lecture. Okay. Anything, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. What is this corona analysis research? Any area? What is this? I didn't get you. What you are telling? Corona analysis research. Any area? Exactly. What do you want to ask? What corona analysis you want? So this thing, if I tell now, you will not understand. So I will tell when you come to the practical. So there I will show you how it happens. Okay. So whenever, generally you just remember if there is any injury to the nose. So that time also happens. And this happened with me in gym. So okay, so very good point. So the detail of this I will show with the diagram. I will show you in the lab. Okay, you remember me when you come to the lab. Okay. And right now. So if there is any injury, that is one point. And sometimes what happens? So you may put your finger inside the nose, and when you are cleaning inside your nose, so that time that is also one of the cause. Now you may ask, so if I put my finger in the nose, how it will be? So that's why I told the detail I will show you in the diagram, and then it will be very easy to understand you. So when you come to the exactly an area of the nose which the analyzer is used to detect the presence any virus search. No, 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 not all these things. No, no, no. Okay. So any doubts? So it is in the medial wall of the nasal cavity. It is present in the medial wall. The bleeding comes from the medial wall.